Welcome to Sharika Talks, Unraveling the Truth, a journalist's quest. Subscribe for the truth.
Facts known to the outer world. Almost every major intelligence organization in the world is believed to host secret divisions buried within their own ranks, autonomous cells with limitless resources, and the power to influence global events beyond political oversight. In 1975, India dispatched an undercover operative codenamed Black Tiger to Pakistan, where he infiltrated the army and ascended through its ranks before his capture in 1983. His downfall was the result of betrayal by another agent sent to support him. The assassinations of Indira Gandhi in 1984 and Rajiv Gandhi in 1991 continue to remain among India's deepest political enigmas. While official narratives point to Sikh militants and Tamil rebels respectively, experts suspect that both groups were manipulated by unseen hands, their actions orchestrated by higher forces pursuing undisclosed motives. It is documented that during the Rajiv Gandhi case, NSG commandos led by retired Major Ravi had surrounded the conspirators and could have captured them alive. But inexplicable delays ordered by superior authorities resulted in their collective suicide, erasing the final thread of truth. Beyond state mechanisms, several covert organizations are said to operate globally, acting where governments fail or falter under corruption and bureaucracy. Many influential figures build and control vast enterprises while deliberately remaining anonymous. The most famous case is Satoshi Nakamoto, the still unknown creator of Bitcoin, who architected a trillion-dollar financial system without a public identity. This level of secrecy is often achieved through sophisticated legal and financial structures. Rather than direct ownership, a founder's control can be channeled through a network of private trusts or large, nonprofit charitable organizations. In this model, the foundation becomes the public face, owning and operating various ventures under a philanthropic banner, while the true benefactor remains a ghost in the system. These shadow billionaires prove that it is entirely possible to command a multi-billion-dollar empire without ever stepping into the public eye. Frangible bullets designed to disintegrate upon impact were first conceived in the 1930s and perfected by the 1960s. The AK-47, introduced in 1947, remains celebrated as a pinnacle of firearms engineering, renowned for its simplicity, reliability, and adaptability in every terrain. In the field of non-lethal warfare, chemical incapacitating agents remain among the most controversial. The 2002 Moscow theater siege demonstrated their devastating potential when Russian special forces employed an aerosolized carfentanil derivative to subdue terrorists, killing over 100 hostages in the process due to miscalculated dosage. Ongoing classified research by intelligence factions worldwide continues to explore similar compounds in pursuit of perfect incapacitation. Ancient legends describe the Samahana Astra, a divine weapon from the Mahabharata said to render entire armies unconscious. Modern scientists studying non-lethal warfare often draw parallels between this mythic weapon and the elusive goal of chemical agents that neutralize without bloodshed. The potential of a highly trained individual in a life-or-death confrontation is immense, a fact demonstrated by several documented accounts. Mikio Yahara, a legendary Japanese karate master, reportedly fought and defeated 34 armed Yakuza members single-handedly after they ambushed him in a parking lot. Similarly, in 2010, retired Gorkha soldier Bishnu Prasad Shrestha was on the Maurya Express train in India when it was attacked by 40 armed robbers. Armed with only his traditional kukuri knife, he intervened to protect a young woman from being assaulted, killing 3 of the attackers and injuring 8, causing the rest to flee. Such events showcase how elite training can enable one person to overcome seemingly impossible odds when survival is at stake. Beginning of Part 4, The World of a Broken Builder. Part 4, The World of a Broken Builder. Chapter 33, Ink of Memories. Although Sachin had written the entire diary as though it were several letters addressed to Deepa, the entries in the initial pages were far apart in time. Sharika was able to picture it all in her mind like a movie. April 5th, 2007. Thank you for the diary, Deepa. I've never received a birthday gift before. This is the first one I've ever had in my life. I will keep it forever. I feel like I don't even want to stain the pages you gave me with ink, so I'm using a pencil. I know it sounds silly, but I'm sure someday you'll understand just how much you mean to me. You know, I was never truly able to experience a mother's love. You are the only one who cares for me in this world, Deepa. February 1st, 2009. How was my first karate class today, Deepa? I hope I did okay. My dream is to expand this dojo, to build a team of truly talented athletes. That's why I've decided not to charge fees for those with real potential. They'll pay it back one day when they succeed. It's an investment. November 9th, 2010. I'm sorry I haven't written in so long, Deepa. You know why. Between the karate dojo, the tuition classes, and keeping up with my own school schedule, there's no time. You see the financial crisis Papa and I are going through, but I'm planning a surprise for him. I think I'll have enough money to make it happen by next year. April 27th, 2011. You saw the news, right, Deepa? He barely escaped. Do you remember that summer cottage I bought for Papa last month? That's where he is now. Some of his old friends in the force are helping him, hiding him. Legally, they can't do anything, but they understand the morality of the situation. I'll tell you what really happened in detail tomorrow. I'm too tired now. I can't join him there. I have to stay. I made a commitment to my students. It's just me now. I'm on my own. April 1st, 2013. I finally managed to find a place to expand the class into a real institute, Deepa. I took a loan by pledging that property in Masanagudi, then took another business loan for capital, adding it to my savings. As you know, for 2 years I've been sleeping on railway platforms. Now I can sleep in my own institute. The online classes are taking off too, especially with foreign students. I named it after you. I know it's childish. I know you said no to my love last month, but I'm sure you love me deep down. You just want me to be better. I know it. You're the only one I have to lean on. Chugru is here too, but she has her own problems. Can you believe she refuses to take wages for the classes she teaches? I understand why you do it. You don't need the money. But her, with all her struggles, I'm still working more than 21 hours a day. Morning tuitions and yoga classes, small jobs during the day to survive and fund my students, then the evening karate class, and finally online classes for foreign students at night. It's a real grind, Deepa. Papa's old CT 100 is taking as much of a workload as I am. Although I did enroll for BSc Physics in IGNU, I wasn't able to study, not only because I have no time, but also because now I'm realizing I'm not as intelligent as I thought I was. November 8th, 2015. Please don't be angry with me, Deepa. I don't care that I'm banned. He deserved it. And have you noticed? They never mentioned why I was banned in the news. If they did, they'd have to admit the truth. Sometimes I feel like I should have killed him. Anyway, the prize money from the national games will be enough to start the school. Yes, I'm still not taking fees from most students. Chugru says I'm mad, but the master plan is working. My first students got decent jobs, and they're paying it back, just as they pledged. If this keeps up, I might be able to start 2 new schools simultaneously next year, attached to the Empathy Center too. May 31st, 2017, happy birthday, Deepa. The money has started flowing in, just as I planned. I've launched a new orphanage model, one no one has ever thought of. It reduces costs while improving the quality of life. Chugru says I'm taking unnecessary risks with these new expansions, but I know I won't fail. She is perfect for management, but she's not a dreamer like me. She just wants to maintain everything securely. The trust I have in my former students is immense. I only asked for 10 of their future earnings, but most of them are giving back so much more. Can you believe it? No one truly understands the power of exponentials. She says it's a risk, but it's not, since even the least talented students I had are earning more than 100,000 rupees per month, and they give 10% every month to me. Multiply it by my hundreds of former students. It's a huge number, Deepa. Also, because it's all considered charity, they get tax exemptions, and I don't have to pay any taxes either. It's a win-win situation. I know it's a legal gray area, but the government can't stop me. July 7th, 2017. I know that new relationship you have is just a test for me, Deepa. Don't ask me how, I just know. Nice try. By the way, Deep Enterprises is gaining attention. I hate it. You know how bad I am with the media, being the public face of the company, all that stuff. I'm just a teacher with a lot of crazy ideas and some management skills. Chugru is exceptionally talented in all of that, while my work backstage is getting tougher. I'm appointing Reshmi and a girl named Nimi, a bright computer science teacher from our Kochi school, as my personal secretaries. It's helping to split my workload. I asked Aishwarya too, but she wants to stay with Papa. She says her dreams are different. My only problem is time. I'm still working a 17-hour a day schedule. At least it's more relaxing than the 21-hour days I pulled years ago. By next year, I hope to have schools in every district in Kerala. Chugru still says it's high risk, but you should see their faces, Deepa. All that talent that would have otherwise been wasted. February 15th, 2018. It's okay, Deepa. Don't cry over him. I am here for you always. I will be waiting for you to come back, and I know you will. March 20th, 2018. Deepa, I'm expanding the business in new ways. So many opportunities, so much untapped potential. Did you know that more than 40% of the food produced in India is wasted because of a lack of preservation facilities? If I could preserve just half of that, national poverty could be eradicated. Also, Aishwarya started her job at Dardio. She says she hates all the bureaucracy. Do you know there are hundreds of thousands of research projects happening in India, and about 50,000 people earn doctorates every year? But like Dr. ECG Sudarshan blamed, all that money and research is not going into true innovation. It's always lagging behind due to corruption and this same bureaucracy. That's why I'm also going to start a new string of labs and innovation centers. I want to recreate Menlo Park, even though I may not have enough talent to be its wizard, but I have students who do. May 5th, 2019. I know you're just teasing me again with Rakesh. It was good of you to introduce him to me, but I know you love me. I know you don't want to marry him. By the way, the schools and food units are booming, and of course, various research centers are also starting, and I'm sure they will become a huge success. It's a struggle for me too with all that party politics and their cannibalistic goons and all. But since my students who are in government service are increasing day by day, I'm having much relief in that. Also, the maths wizard of my team, Aparna, calculated and said to me yesterday that, to put it in the American way, I'm a multi-billionaire now, if you count the net worth of everything. But I have far more liquid cash than most billionaires, which makes my actions more flexible. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I have 6 personal secretaries now. I need them to manage everything. Aparna is one of them. Reshmi and Nimi are critical, but Aparna, Julie, Nufia, and Vaishnavi are a huge help. I actually developed an entire exam system to select them. They are the best of the best, but we're all like friends. You know, I hate that sir and boss stuff. They call themselves the Sixers. Reshmi coined it. It's ironic, right? If my father had named me Kapil Dev as he first planned, then they may have called themselves Kapil's Devils. But in 1994, it was Sachin's rise in Indian cricket, so he switched. I told Reshmi I'm just thankful she didn't call them the 6 Infinity Stones. That would have made me Thanos. Thank God she didn't consider me a supervillain like some party goons do. September 23rd, 2019, nah. No, no, no. This is a huge prank, Deepa. You're saying you're getting engaged to Rakesh. There's a limit. April Fool's Day is over. Do you remember? It was on an April Fool's Day that I first proposed to you. It feels like yesterday. October 25th, 2019. Can you believe it's been more than 12 years since you gave me this diary, and I haven't even left the third page? My initial pencil writings are starting to fade. I found a solution online: thermochromic invisible ink. The words will only appear when exposed to a temperature above 150 degrees Celsius. I thought about UV inks, but they can become visible over time. I just finished rewriting everything with this new pen. Deepa, I know you love me. Even if you marry Rakesh as some grand prank, I know you will come back to me one day. I will be here like Hachiko, always waiting for you. Do you remember how much you cried, leaning on my shoulder, when we watched that movie together? With that last word, a tear escaped Sachin's eye. With an exceptional reflex, he caught it with his left hand before it could stain the precious page. Just as he was about to burst into tears, there was a sharp knock on the door. Sachin? Sukanya is here. Aren't you ready yet? Reshmi's voice called out. Yes, coming, he shouted back. It was with great effort that he put on his watch and walked towards the door. The watch read 4 p.m. He was wearing his usual t-shirt and track pants. He never wore formal clothing. A shiver crept through him. The irony was suffocating. Deepa's engagement was being handled by Deep Moments, the event management company he had formed just months ago. Sachin took a deep breath and walked toward the car porch where Sukanya was waiting in her new Maruti Ignis. She, along with the Sixers, had just gotten her license the previous year after his insistence. As he neared the open car door, the reality of it finally hit him. Deepa is getting engaged. His legs gave way. He collapsed into tears, a broken sob tearing from his throat. He would have fainted if Reshmi hadn't caught him just before he fell. Sukanya rushed out of the car and helped guide him into the front seat. He was still crying, his body shaking. Reshmi looked stunned. She had never seen this side of Sachin before. Sukanya commanded her to get in the back. Then she gripped Sachin's face, forcing him to look at her. She slapped him lightly on both cheeks. Her voice was a low, steely whisper as she mumbled something in his ear. For a moment, he looked petrified. Then the composure returned. He sat upright, put on his seatbelt, and wiped away the final tears. Good boy, Sukanya said, patting him on the back. She climbed into the driver's seat and started the engine. End of chapter 33.
Thank you for watching Unraveling the Truth, A Journalist's Quest. Subscribe to stay updated on Sharika's journey. Stay tuned for the next part.
Disclaimer. Unraveling the Truth, A Journalist's Quest is a work of fiction. The experiences, ideas, and theories presented by the characters, including the books they write, are purely fictional and do not reflect real-world events, beliefs, or ideologies. While some incidents and characters may be inspired by real-world scenarios, they are entirely fictionalized for storytelling purposes. The author does not endorse or share the viewpoints expressed by any character in this novel. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or real events is purely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised.